Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So I saw a Twitter post this morning about the following two units might be potentially next to get the Extreme Z Awakening, and let me tell you, these guys desperately need an EZA, so hopefully that is the case, and we'll talk about the stats here in a second, but these guys are pretty old units, and point being, their passive skill only allows for a 2500 flat increase to attack, so again, this needs to change to where it's some sort of percentage based, and you saw how much of a difference it makes with the recent Extreme Z Awakenings with the Extreme Z areas that have been introduced. Now hopefully the next one coming up isn't as restricted as some of the other ones have been in the past, but you know, we'll see when the time comes for that. But bottom line is, I'm really hoping these guys get an EZA. I've had this guy, both of these units, like Rainbow, for quite some time, just sitting in my deck waiting for that glorious day to come about at some point. So let's start off talking about the Super Intelligence Super Saiyan Trunks unit. So leader skill, pretty irrelevant at this point. Tech, Intelligence, Strength type, HP, and Attack increase to 25%. Super Attack causes supreme damage to enemy, and then passive again is 2500 to attack and key +2 at the start of the turn. So I expect this to change, probably most likely attack and defense percentage in the passive, as well as a key boost probably at some point. I don't know what other additional skill sets they'll include on that after the EZA. With the links, you're looking at Messenger from the Future, that's attack increase of 500. Super Saiyan 10% to attack. Royal Lineage is +1 key. Prepare for battle +2 key. Golden Warriors +1 key. Enemies defense -2000, and then shattering the limit is +2 key. The thing about this unit the reason why I want this guy to get an EZA is because this unit falls into a lot of categories, and I mean a lot. So reading through it, you've got Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta's Family, Super Saiyans, Android Cell Saga, and Master Student Bond categories. So that is a lot of categories to be included for this unit. So again, once the EZA happens, of course, this unit is going to be a lot more relevant and viable as an option. At 100% potential, you're looking at HP of 13,588, attack is 12,493, defense is 9,750. 12 key multiplier is definitely low, 120%, and I don't know, in recent times, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think even with the EZAs that they've ever changed the actual multiplier for the 12 keys, so that might actually be something that, you know, still haunts them to this day even after an EZA. We'll see what happens with that. Now over on to the Extreme TEQ Super Saiyan Vegeta unit. Again, this is an extreme unit, but essentially it doesn't matter anymore because there's a lot of categories where you can combine, you know, super and extreme type units on the same category team and they'll do just fine. This guy has a similar link skill where it's Tech, Intelligence, and Strength type, attack and defense increase of 30%. A little bit slight variation difference, but it kind of reminds you of how old these units are because it's based on certain types getting the boost only. Now Super Attack definitely needs an upgrade, causes extreme damage to enemies, so I expect this to change to at least the bare minimum of supreme damage from extreme, otherwise this guy's still going to struggle. Passive skill is key +3, attack increase of 2500 when HP is 80% or below, so my guess for the passive is it'll probably have a further boost like key plus whatever, and then attack and defense increase by a certain percentage when HP is 80% or below, but at the same time, even if HP is above 80%, I assume they would probably create some sort of buffer with that. Now links, you've got Prepare for Battle +2 key, Super Saiyan 10% to attack, Saiyan Warrior Race of 700 to attack, Golden Warrior +1 key, enemies defense -2000, Royal Lineage +1 key, Blazing Battle is attack increase of 15%, and then Shattering the Limit is +2 key. Looks like 4 categories for this unit: Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, Super Saiyans, Android Cell Saga. And then at 100% potential, you're looking at HP levels of 13,423, attack is 12,031, and defense is 9,750. 12 key multiplier is 130% for this unit. So it's going to be very interesting to see if this actually takes place in the near future with the Extreme Z Awakening from the newly introduced Extreme Z area. Again, the only problem I have with that stuff is how restricted the damn selection process is. So hopefully they kind of review and audit that a little bit, make it a little bit more flexible for a lot more players to be able to go into those events, because if you don't have them, you're not going to be able to go through them to awaken the units that desperately need an EZA. So that kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. So of course, revisions and updates can certainly happen. So hopefully that's the case with that. Now, in terms of a rotation setup, these guys are split between 2 different rotations. The reason why I did that is I wanted to maintain the link with the EZA physical type Super Saiyan Trunks with the intelligence version of Trunks. That way, they link up pretty well, plus Trunks provides a hell of a boost with the passive and super attack. And then on the other rotation, you've got the EZA Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta linking up with the TEQ Vegeta unit, obviously because of links, and again, the 30% increase to allies attack based on the super attack, as well as a 30% boost from the passive. So a lot of it's set up in that way, and that's just honestly the setup I wanted to go with. They could certainly do fine linked up together, but just to really maximize the rotation per unit, I opted to go with the setup. Plus, I have Bura as a floater unit, so of course she provides 40% increase to attack for allies as part of that passive as well. So you're going to see that interchange between the 2 rotations, and that's pretty much the setup with that. Trunks is certainly the better option between the 2 because, again, Vegeta hurts because of the extreme damage. At least for the Trunks unit, he does have supreme damage, even though the multiplier is lower. It looks like it certainly does make a little bit of a difference, I think. So I don't know. It just seems like Trunks definitely does produce a little bit higher in attack stats compared to Vegeta. The Vegeta unit, I think it's going to be pretty interesting with the EZA. And of course, even with the Extreme Z Awakening, they're not going to be absolutely phenomenal units by any means. But I think as long as they become viable options, it's certainly a good thing. Trollhan and the Agility Super Saiyan Goku units, they became actually pretty good with the EZAs. They're not, again, absolutely tremendously phenomenal units by any means, but they're certainly a lot more usable than they were. Piccolo, honestly, before even the EZA, he had a pretty good passive with boosting the allies' defense. So, of course, it got better with the EZA, but out of the bunch, I would say Piccolo was certainly a more usable option than the other units. So the thing about this is, at the end of the day, this it allows for the ability for more units to become usable, and that's the bottom line of why I like it so much. Of course, because of shits and giggles, I've rainbowed a lot of units in the past based on how outdated as hell they were or how obscure they were, but the simple fact that they are getting EZAs is honestly pretty amazing, and it kind of signifies how much of a difference things have come, with Dokkan Battle. A lot of things have been introduced over time, and a lot for the better, honestly. And speaking about honestly how old these units are, let's take a look. The Trunks unit released on JP on March 15th of 2016. Came out on Global on July 26, 2016, and then for the Vegeta unit, that came out on January 21st of 2016. On Global is May 23rd, 2016. So pretty much the very first banner that came out on JP, the Vegeta unit was part of that, and then shortly after you saw the Super Saiyan Trunks unit come out. So again, a lot of things have changed over the course of getting close to 5 years now, and it's crazy how much Dokkan has come along. And the comparisons between this video and then once the EZA actually takes place, you'll probably be able to really see the difference of how these units have changed over time. And the introduction of EZA is funny too about Extreme Z Awakenings. Back in the day, it would be rebirths. That was the terminology that was referred to, Dokkan Awakenings for units. But essentially, that's been replaced with a lot of times with the EZAs, especially for the older units and whatnot. So it's always a good thing. When they first announced this, it was a very, very exciting news, especially Trollhan getting the EZA. That was a pretty amazing day for me, to say the least. But either way, I think it's a good thing, and hopefully these guys, once the EZA happens, they'll get some pretty good upgrades. And you know, I hate to guess, but, you know, obviously it's going to be some sort of percentage-based increase to attack and defense. I assume they're going to apply for both. And, you know, that's pretty much as far as I'll go with the predictions or whatnot. But if you have any further ones, you know, definitely leave a comment and let me know what you guys think will happen with these guys. And yeah, I mean, a lot of times I'm guessing these guys went straight to the Baba shop for you guys. But, you know, again, I've always been in the mentality of not Baba SSRs unless, you know, you absolutely have no use for them. You know what I mean? Like, at least get them to max SA and unlock the dupe pass. And if you still have more coming up, you know, dropping, definitely trade them in. But otherwise, these types of things will happen. So save your copies while they last. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.